While John Travolta dances to cope with the stresses of life, and Kevin Bacon dances so that the Bomont seniors can go to the prom, the peacock spider is a much more dire dancer. When he puts on a show, it's always dazzle or be dashed. But that's what happens when you're dancing on the edge of life, death, and taxonomy.
Welcome back to Life, Death, and Taxonomy. It's your 30 minutes of interesting animal information. I'm Joe.
And I'm Carlos.
And today we're talking about an adorable arachnid with as much style as they have charisma. But more on that later.
Charisma, for sure. It's very charismatic arachnid. It's about as cute as a spider can get. Which isn't very cute, but it's there.
It's pretty cute. We'll talk actually more on that later.
Yeah, what spider are we talking about?
We're talking about the peacock spider, which it's a blanket term that covers a lot of different species.
Correct. But yeah, we're basically going to be talking about like all peacock spiders here. But this particular one that we're going to mention in the taxonomy is one of the oldest in terms of being classified. One of the first classified back in the 19th century. Interesting.
They have actually just found a few more. More on that later.
Yes.
Would you like to know? Do you have any names for it?
Yeah, it's the peacock spider, or as we're going to call it, we're going to put a couple nicknames in here. The put your hands up in the arachnid.
Nice.
Mr. Breakaway Pants. The hunt master of the seductive strut. And, of course, Tiny Dancer.
Nice. That is good. That's good. I like that one a lot.
Tiny Dancer?
Yeah.
It's a spider. I don't want it to hold me that much closer. But let's taxonomize this, shall we?
Okie doke. Well, it's in the kingdom you know, love, and are in, the kingdom Animalia. It's in the phylum Arthropoda.
Mm-hmm.
Not Anthropoda, like I always say. You interested in a subphylum?
Sure, I'll take one if you've got it.
Oh, well, it's Cheliceratidae. Or Chelicerata, sorry. That's probably a different thing. I feel like I've heard that before, and we've talked about it.
We've talked about Chelicerata. I mean, we have to talk about it every time we do a spider.
Oh, no, yeah, but is Cheliceratidae anything?
I don't think so. I think we just talk about how Chelicerata sounds like something in, like an Italian farewell.
Oh, no. What it sounds like is like a note in music. Like a style of playing something.
Like piano
like
forte,
staccato,
mezzo forte, and cello serrata.
Yeah.
It sounds delicious. It sounds like a delicious dish. Like
delish dish?
Yeah, a delish dish.
Well, it's in the class Arachnida. We've been here before. In fact, we've been here like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I had to space them out because I realized we were doing two spiders in a row.
The order is Araniae. Araniae?
I'll take it. Ironic.
The infraorder is Araneomorphae. Araneomorphae.
Araneomorphae?
Could be.
Yeah, true.
I mean, these names are so like difficult for me to say. It's really making me salty today.
Which is the family.
Salty today. Yes, it's in the family Salticidae or Salticidae.
I think you're right on the second one.
With the soft C.
Mm-hmm. Salticidae.
As it's soft C today. It's in the genus Maratus. Not bad.
Sure.
Not bad for a genus name.
That one's easy.
And then the species is Volans, which is definitely a Star Trek race of dangerous, small space pirates.
It's like, is it Romulans? No, it's Volans. It's so much worse.
Arm the photon torpedoes. Divert power to the toilets.
What? Divert power to toilets. We can only power one thing on this ship, and Chekhov just just dropped one in the ship's toilet. So we have to get rid of our shields.
Steamy photon torpedo. Now.
We have to get rid of our shields for 10 seconds so we can flush the toilet. So great, yeah. Maratus Volans. Volans having to do with flight, which was a misclassification. We'll talk about that later. But since we're in the business of naming things, it's time for my favorite part of the show, critter groups. The part of the show where I ask you, Joe, a question. That question is the same every time, and that is, what is the name of a group of these animals? Now, I'm starting to realize a flaw in this. Because what is this, like the 5th spider we've done in the last couple months? You're gonna remember these. But maybe you won't. Alright, so if you saw a group of spiders, Joe, would you say that's A, a nest of spiders, B, a smattering of spiders, C, an incongruence of spiders, or D, a clutter of spiders?
What was the second one?
Smattering. Nest, smattering, incongruence, and clutter.
I'm going to go with clutter, I guess. I don't like any of these. I don't feel confident with any single one. So I'm going to go with smattering.
Wait, clutter or smattering?
Clutter, sorry. Smattering, I don't know why I said that for the second one, because that was the one I had least faith in.
The final answer, clutter?
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. You're correct. It is clutter.
Did we do this before?
There's only 2. There's clutter and cluster, and we've done them both at least once.
Okay, that's probably why subconsciously my brain was like, yeah, that's the right one.
You know, what I should have done was specifically pick ones that we've done already. Instead, I devoted my creative energies to coming up with incongruence. But yeah, how about you give us a description of this bad boy, because that's going to play a huge part in the major fact.
Okie dokie.
By the way, I recommend if you're not driving, which, I mean, it's COVID-19 time. Why? Where are you going? You're home, so go on your laptop and go to peacockspider.org and just enjoy a bunch of high definition pictures of some of the coolest looking spiders there are.
So if you are an essential person and you're on your way to work, then let me give you a description. Females are brown with black and white color patterns. Males come in brighter colors, but more on that later, I assume. And then also males and females are relatively the same size, unlike other spiders where there's lots of sexual dimorphism in size. Also, other peacock spiders have unique coloration patterns, even among the earth-toned female. So if you're looking at a female, you might be able to tell the difference between 2 different species of peacock spider. But that's really all I got for the description, other than their size, which is very small.
Very small.
There's only one way to tell you exactly how small, and that's with a segment I like to call Measure Up. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Well, good, because welcome to the beloved Measure Up segment, the official listener's favorite part of the show, the part of the show where we present the animal's size and dimensions in relatable terms through a quiz that's fun for the whole family. It's also part of the show that's introduced by you when you send an audio of yourself saying, singing, or chittering the words Measure Up into ldtaxonomy@gmail.com.
People are going to think that's sped up.
That one, that went not so bad. We do have a new Measure Up intro. Carlos knows who this is. It's another from the great Nantahala National Forest.
Nantahala.
There's a T.
Nantahala.
Oh, Nantahala. I thought you said Nanahala.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you pronounce it.
Nantahala. Anyway, it's a forest, and a Measure Up was sent from it. Without further ado, the listener's favorite part of the show.
MEASURE-U up.
Wait, what? Wait, who was that? Was that?
I'm pretty sure that was Vicky.
That sounds like Vicky.
If I remember right.
Why did you dash you up?
Yep.
The last letter in measure up is up.
Up, yes. That's the 27th letter of the alphabet is up.
I love it.
Or it's measure up. So there's 2 U's.
Oh, I see. That's good. That guy, I wasn't prepared for that. Also, was there a belch?
I couldn't. I started laughing, so I couldn't hear it.
Anyway, thank you, perhaps Vicky, for
Pretty sure it's Vicky.
Correct spelling of measure up. Okay, let's jump right into length. They are 5 millimeters on average. How many peacock spiders go into the diameter of an Australian 10-cent piece?
Diameter.
Here's a hint. The coin is a copper nickel, and it features a particular bird. Can you guess what kind of bird?
The firebird, the firehawk.
No, but close. It's a bird we've done.
Let's try it again.
One more guess.
I only get one more?
Yeah. An Australian bird.
Is it the one they went to war with?
No. Good guess, though. It's the lyrebird.
It's not an emu?
No. I'm sure the emu is featured on other things.
Yeah, it's got to be featured on some sort of currency.
But the lyrebird is on the 10-cent piece, which was originally designed in 1966.
We do a lot of Australian animals. It's got a lot.
I know, because they have a lot of weirdos in there.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. Apparently, because it's a big island, animals on big islands don't have to adapt along with everything else. So you have your big predators of Africa, and things kind of adapt to be big, like bovine animals, to deal with that, for instance. But you don't have those types of predators in Australia, so your prey species are different. Anyway, because it's an island, you get weird animals on it.
There used to be megafauna on Australia, like the giant sloth and stuff like that, but they all died. Okay, so I'm imagining a dime. That's about all I got to go on. And 5 millimeters, based on the razor that I cut my hair with, is 6 millimeters is 1/4 of an inch. So that means this is less than 1/4 of an inch. So I'm gonna say 4. I'm gonna say 4 spiders go into the diameter of this little nickel.
Okie dokie. The correct answer is 4.27.
Oh, wait, was I right? Yes, I was right. Yeah.
The coin is 23.60 millimeters.
Nice.
In diameter. Let's talk about weight. The jumping spider species Habernatus calcaratus.
Habernatus calcaratus.
What a beautiful name. Weighs up to 13.5 milligrams. I couldn't find specific weights for peacock spiders, or this particular one especially. When things are small, people don't give a crap about writing down how much they weigh.
Because what even is that?
13.5 milligrams? That's like 6 snowflakes. That's a lot.
That's enough fentanyl to kill several people.
Yeah. To kill 6 people, exactly. So how many jumping spiders?
I don't know why we're laughing about that. It's not a laughing
It's very
matter.
serious.
It's very serious. We actually we write content for that, so that's why we know that offhand.
Yeah. We've talked about it like a long time ago. I think we've talked about fentanyl before.
Probably.
How many jumping spiders go into the weight of what every spider on Earth eats in a year? The combined weight of everything they eat.
No one can know that. It's an impossible It's impossible knowledge.
There's a lot of impossible knowledge that people say is true. So, which is like what statistics is all about.
I have no way of this is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
This is the worst one.
Yeah. It's here's what I'm going to say. If you get the correct amount of digits, we'll call it a win. If you get within 1 billion of the correct answer, we don't have to do a measure up next week.
Oh, there's something on the line here. I can win something. Oh, okay, wait, what was the weight?
13.5 milligrams.
All right. All the spiders on Earth eat in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, some spiders eat birds, so that probably throws off the average or the total, the curve. I guess we'll go with 1 trillion kilograms, and if you multiply that, to get the grams, you're looking at a quadrillion grams. And then you're talking about milligrams, so you have to multiply it's by 1,000 again. So a quintillion. 1 quintillion. That's my answer. No, wait. Divided by 13. I'm going to go with 74 quadrillion.
74 quadrillion is the answer you have given.
It is.
So, all spiders eat a combined 800 million tons, short tons, TONS, a year. That equals about 53 quadrillion jumping spiders. So, you win measure up because you got exactly within the right amount of digits. But you're several quadrillion off.
Yeah, there's no way I was going to get 1 billion off.
I didn't. I was tempted to say get within a quadrillion, but then I didn't want to give you the jet relative size of the number.
Well, you did. I knew it was going to be
trillions. There was quadrillions after that.
I knew it was going to be exorbitant. Wow. So I said 74. The answer was 50.
Yeah.
That was
so close, but yet so far.
That was like that one time I had to figure out how many of something went into a teaspoon's worth of a neutron star.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Just dividing 800 million tons by 6 snowflakes.
This is awful. It's over, though, and I have to do it again next week.
But listen, you nailed it on the first one.
Yeah, I wish that has been where the wager was placed.
And I'm pretty impressed by getting within the right amount of digits.
I just quadrillion. I at least knew that.
Okie doke. Ready for some fast facts?
Fast fact it up.
Okay, so this cool spider is, of course, from Australia, but it's found in specific regions like Queensland, New South Wales, and Western Australia, but it can also be found in Tasmania and in Indonesia. Peacock spiders are jumping spiders, like we hinted at in Measure Up, which means they leap onto their prey rather than building webs. They kill prey by injecting a deadly venom capable of taking down prey up to 3 times their size.
Ooh, 15 millimeters.
Actually, don't know how much the venom can take down, but they regularly take down, prey that size, which is important because there's a lot of range when it comes to the size of very small arthropods.
Yeah.
So they like to eat other spiders and insects, but one particular thing they enjoy is crickets. They jump, spiders jump. It's a match made in deliciousness heaven.
They meet in the middle and
in
feast.
the air, and one of them, I'm not going to spoil it, but one of them gets a lot of venom injected into their face. Spider females only lay about 6 eggs. The jumping spider females, which is small compared to the hundreds laid by other spiders. When you're that tiny and you're only laying 6 eggs, it's like you really got to hope they make it. And they're not a snack for literally anything.
If you hide them well.
Or if they blow away on a leaf.
That's true, but that's how Charlotte got her kids to safety in Charlotte's Web.
Well, they have like little spiderling parachutes.
Yeah. So that's always good when you can engineer a parachute. Did you mention that they're cursorial hunters?
I did not yet.
Oh,
but
not yet.
Wait, I don't have that. I don't know why I said yet.
With cursorial hunters, or being a cursorial animal as opposed to being like an arboreal animal, means that you are adapted for running and chasing prey. It's persistence hunting.
Like lions.
They're ambush predators. But these
guys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a lion would be cursorial. Like a horse is cursorial. It's not a hunter, but it's built for running.
Chases after that grass.
Yeah. It's like, hey, look at that patch over there. I'm going to run to it because I can. Where a cow has to lumber.
Outrun me.
It's not. I will catch this grass.
So says we all. Jumping spiders and their babies are cute as fun. If you've ever seen those adorable Lucas the Spider animations,
no.
There's a link on this page on ldtaxonomy.com. Definitely click on that. There's a video where it's all the animations. Lucas is modeled after jumping spiderlings like peacock spiders.
It's like a digitally enhanced giant-eyed spider.
It's adorable. It's voiced by a real-life child, and it's cute.
It only has 4 eyes.
Instead of
8?
8. A photographer named Uda Denny took some close-ups of jumping spiders in his backyard. They have bubble hats on, and it's a must-see. That's another link you can click on this page. It's the best. Uda Denny. Spider hats. Adorable.
I'm looking at it.
Well, bubble hats on spiders. They're really water droplet hats.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty great. They look like little sultans.
Yeah. Well, he also has reflections of other things.
There's like one with butterflies in it and rainbows.
Yeah. And he also takes other really good macro shots of like ants carrying bubbles and ants fighting over food and stuff like that.
This is pretty great.
A biologist named Madeline Gerard and her friend Eddie Eloise King. Jeez, I've never been flexed on so hard with that name. That's another thing the kids are saying, by the way.
Flexed.
We should make teaching you a word that the kids are saying a weekly segment.
No, because every time I learn something like that, I forget something important.
Yeah, it means like boasting, flexing.
Oh, great. Now I don't remember what the capital of Russia is.
You don't? It's gone. Isn't it St.
Moscow.
Duh.
Yeah. So what does flexing mean again?
you replaced it. I won't tell you, just so you can remember Russia.
Thank you.
They discovered 2 new species, and they have very fun names. One is sparkle muffins, and if you look it up, it's got this little, like, on its butt, it's got this little like party hat, and the way it dances, it looks like it's drunk. Like, it looks like it's like toppling over and really trying not to. And then the other one is Skeletorus. And it's like it's black with these white stripes, and it looks like kind of like a skeleton costume.
Who came up with Sparkle Muffin?
Madeline Gerard and her friend Eddie Eloise King.
But like, why? I mean, I guess if you can name it anything, go for it.
Well, because it looks so flamboyant, I guess. So its name is Sparkle Muffin.
It does look like it's
but
toppling
in the binomial
over.
name, I can't remember the binomial name, but it's not really reflective of that name. But Skeletorus does have a binomial name that has like the word Skeletor in it.
It does look like it's wearing one of those outfits that looks like a skeleton, glow-in-the-dark skeleton.
Yeah. But that's all I got.
Like the people around David S. Pumpkins. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's time for the major fact. So you described it as a colorful chap. That's our guy here. He's a colorful chap. But it takes colorful to a new level. It's like iridescent. So there's, like we said, lots of different kinds of peacock spiders. Particularly, the Muratus volans is just has this abdomen that is yellow on either side. So it's kind of ovular. So it's this big oval and that's laid on its side, and the tops of the oval are yellow, and then in the middle is this orange patch. And then in the middle of that orange patch is a brownish patch. And then streaking across the whole kit and caboodle are these teal, aquamarine, or bright blue stripes and patterns. So it's very bright spider. And then that's just one variant. There's another one that has same oval but blue throughout, with like red lines going across it and what looks like two red eyes with black pupils. So it looks like a tiki mask. It ranges. So they're really colorful, but they're like we said, they're also really small. And to the naked eye, the peacock spider is just a drab brown speck hopping around the average Australian's backyard. So because of that, no one really thought too much of them until a 22-year-old student from Monash University named Joseph Schubert started taking close-up photos of them and studying them in 2011. So it was super recent. And until then, there were only 5 named species of peacock spiders. Up until 2011, only 5. And now there are 80. In the last 9 years, they're like, oh, this is an animal. Let's parse this out. So Joseph Schubert started the interest in this spider, and it's the continuing research is being headed up by Jürgen Otto, a colorblind German who goes by the name Peacock Spider-Man. For real. I'm not making this up.
I saw this on the internets.
It's wild. According to an article on Forbes, now they are Australia's most charismatic mini beasts. Not the spiders, not Jürgen and Joseph. But apparently Joseph was arachnophobic as a kid. So he did what any normal person would do, and he started keeping spiders as pets to cure his fear. And it worked. And now Joseph is known for his technicolored spiders. Get it? Like another Joseph? And another technicolored thing?
Yes. Well, in real life, it was thread, not technicolor.
What? It had many colors. Joseph,
do you know
and
what
the coat of
technicolor means?
It's a company that makes
yeah. It's not actually a technicolor coat. It's a threaded coat. Dyed.
Sure, multicolored coat. You should have more technicolored things since you're a Joseph.
I should. I just have to take black and white video and then color it in post.
Yeah, you could work on that. So now we know that Mr. Breakaway Pants is actually a colorful character and possibly as cute as a spider can be, as we mentioned earlier. Before that, it was just like, hey, look at this little tiny jumping spider speck. And now we know a lot more about them. But we also know why they're so colorful and how they use those spider shades. Like with most colorful animals, it uses its colors to attract a mate. And when a male sees a spider gwen he fancies, he does a little dance to show off his bright and beautiful buttocks. But she can't see those glorious hams when they're stuck behind him, so he actually raises his abdomen skyward and fluffs it out like a satellite dish behind his cephalothorax, which is his head. So you picture a spider with its abdomen sitting behind its head. It takes it and just shoots it up, pointing directly upward, and then fans it out. So it's basically this disc, this oval disc, showing that weird tiki mask display I was talking about earlier. And not only that, he also raises two of his arms straight into the air, or legs, I guess we would call them, legs straight into the air, in a V shape, like he's a soccer ref announcing a goal.
Do they do that?
Right?
Do soccer referees announce goals with their arms raised, or is that football? Is that just football? I know it's football.
Maybe I was thinking of... No, it's football.
Well, it's definitely actual football. It might also be football with a little thing over the U.
No, it's definitely... never mind. The correct answer was American football. The getting a goal was you kind of like put your hand in a double-barreled pistol and point it upward and over and out. That's how you announce a goal in soccer. So the answer was football. You announce scoring points in football. Anyway, it's a V shape. The spider takes two of his legs and sticks them straight up in the air in a V shape. Very odd position for a spider to be. Plus, its abdomen is sticking straight up. And then he vibrates his abdomen and flicks his arms from side to side like a ticking clock, or like Lunette the clown off of the big comfy couch.
Oh, what a reference.
What a reference. Did you watch the big comfy couch?
Of course I did. With
Molly and Major Bedhead and Granny
those dust
Garbanzo.
Bunnies that were real bunnies?
Yeah, they were actual bunnies. It was terrifying to think that dust bunnies were thriving and chittering below my couch.
Well, dust mites are things.
I didn't want to think about them either. But had they been personified as giant dust mites underneath Lunette's giant couch, that would have been
Lunette.
Lunette.
Or is it Annette?
No, it's a Lunette. I looked it up.
Interesting. But
yeah, so so you're picturing this tiny spider with its arms straight up, its abdomen sticking out like a fan behind it, kind of like a peacock. And then it's vibrating and flicking its arms back and forth in front of this female. Now, this is no ordinary mating dance. I mean, it is kind of for a spider, because like a lot of spiders, the male is dancing for his life. If the female doesn't like his dance, she'll likely attack and eat him. He can escape by jumping away, but that doesn't happen all the time. So it's pretty important that he does well. Unfortunately, if she does like the dance, she'll mate with him and then attack him and eat him. So it's a lose for him. He does get
I like
to
mate. Believe that sometimes they get away.
They do sometimes get away. You don't have to like to believe it. They do.
I saw a video of a female accepting the male, and he just slowly, like gingerly, walks over to her, like puts his arms down a little bit, then a little bit more, then a little bit more, lightly resting on her abdomen, and then like waits, and then he does his thing, and it was so funny. It was like she was a bomb, and he was like very gingerly handling the situation.
At any moment, she could attack me, kill me, and consume my flesh.
That's a high stress relationship.
Yeah, that's that could use some biblical counseling, I think.
She is a high maintenance girlfriend.
It's like, hi, Spider-Man and Spider-Gwen. Thanks for entering my counseling service. So what do you think is the problem with him? He just doesn't respect me. Okay, and what's your side of the story? If at any point I feel like she's just going to attack me and consume my flesh.
What a relationship.
Yeah, it's definitely stressful. It's literally dinner and a show for her, though. Either way. So
yeah,
it's
a dinner, show, father for children, all in one package.
And yeah, it's great for her, not for him. But that's all I got.
That's all I got.
All right, so that was the Peacock Spider. For you out there in Podcastia, put on your best clothes. Raise 2 of your hands in the air like you just don't care. And dance like some lady spider is watching, like the Peacock Spider here in Life, Death, and Taxonomy. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to hear us talk about spiders a bunch. If you like what you heard and want your friends, family, coworkers, and your coworkers' friends and family to know about our show, be sure to send them to us on their favorite podcasting app, Facebook, Twitter, or our home on the web at ldtaxonomy.com. You can also leave a review to help us reach more people in desperate need of interesting animal info. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Life, Death, and Taxonomy is my favorite in the world podcast.
All right.
Let's announce a football touchdown.
No.